I snitched on him in court just to get back with him after the sentence got dropped. And yeah, I know how that sound. I know. Don't even look at me like that. But let me tell it right before you start judging. My name's Tamika, I'm 27, and I live on the east side. Been there my whole life, except for that one time I tried to move in with my auntie out west but came back 3 months later cause she kept turning off the Wi-Fi. Anyway, I work part-time at this lil soul food spot off Franklin, behind the laundromat, and I do hair in my kitchen on weekends when rent due. Nothing fancy, just me trying to stay up. So let's talk about Jamal. Me and Jamal been on and off for years. Like years. Since high school, for real. He was always one of them pretty niggas, good smile, fresh lineup, dumb as hell but funny enough to make you forget it. He never really had a job longer than 2 months, but he knew everybody and could talk his way into anything. Real hood charming. Real street cute. You know the type. We wasn't together when the shit popped off. That's the part people always skip. We was not a couple at that point. I had been done. Or so I thought. He had started messing with this girl named Chai, light skin, lace fronts, big ass, the whole hood Barbie package. I ain't gon' lie, I felt away. But I played it cool. Until one night, I get a call from his mama, talkin' 'bout, they got my baby. Police just took him. I'm like, for what? She said, they say he had something to do with that gas station thing. Now let me rewind. A few days before that, there was a robbery up at the Chevron on 10th. Some dudes came in, masked up, took the register and dipped. One of the clerks got hit, not killed, but hurt bad. Everybody was talking about it, saying it was someone local, but nobody knew who. Turns out, Jamal's dumbass was caught on a traffic cam in the vicinity around the same time. That's all they had at first. Just that. But you know how the hood talk. One cousin tell another cousin, and boom, now Jamal's name in everybody's mouth. Word gets back to the cops, and next thing you know, they at his mama crib with a warrant. So anyway, after I heard about it, I was like damn, that's wild, but I ain't think too deep. I mean, I wasn't there. We wasn't even speaking. Until he called me. From jail. And here's where I started tweaking. He sound all sad and pitiful, like, Kiki, I ain't even do it. I swear to God. They trying to pin this on me. I just need you to come to court and say I was with you that night. I'm like, was you with me? He said, not technically. But they ain't gotta know that. Nigga. What? I hung up. I ain't no dummy. I wasn't about to perjure myself for nobody. Especially not for some dick I ain't had in months. But then came the DMs. All his people started hitting me up. His cousin T, his homegirl Brit, even his old side chick Destiny. You really gon' let them lock him up? You know he ain't that type. He always loved you the most. I ignored all that. Until I got subpoenaed. See, the DA found out I used to talk to him, and they said I was listed as a character witness. So now I had to come. That's when I started thinking, okay, maybe I should just tell what I know and let the chips fall. But here's the gag. When I showed up in court, Jamal looked good. Like better than he had in a while. Even in that county orange, he had his hair braided back clean, skin clear, sitting there with this whole sad puppy dog energy. He looked right at me like, please. And I folded. When they asked me if I thought he coulda did it, I said, no, not the Jamal I knew. When they asked if I seen him that day, I said, I can't remember exactly, but I don't think he was out doing nothing crazy. That wasn't even the snitch part. That was just me trying to be neutral. The snitching came later. See, during a break, I was in the hallway and I overheard Chai, yes, her, arguing with some dude on the phone like, I told him not to take my cousin's gun. This way I don't fuck with broke niggas. And it clicked. That's where the weapon came from. So when I got called back in for a second testimony, I brought it up. Slipped it in real casual. I heard someone say something about a cousin's gun, but I don't know details. Boom. They dug into that. And turns out? That was the weapon used. Registered to Chai's cousin. And it had Jamal's prints on it. After that, the whole case turned sideways. Chai got called in. Her story fell apart. Then some other dude from the neighborhood got pulled in and he admitted to being part of it and said Jamal was just the lookout, not the one who pulled the trigger. Charges dropped. Just like that. They let him out 2 days later. And guess who he called first? Me. Not his mama. Not Chai. Me. I picked up like, so, you out? He said, yeah. And you the realist. I owe you everything. I ain't gon' lie. I smiled. Next thing I know, we back chillin'. He came over, brought me a 4 for 4 and a lil gas, laid up on my couch like nothing ever happened. And I let him. 'Cause I missed him. Even though I knew better. Even though he ain't have no job. Even though he was still the same manipulative nigga who had me crying in the middle of the beauty supply parking lot last year. I took him back. We ain't post each other. I wasn't dumb. But he stayed at my place most nights. And yeah, the sex was good. But that's all it really was. A few weeks pass. I notice he on his phone a lot. Low volume. Texting. Laughing. Stepping outside to take a call. I knew. I ain't wanna admit it yet, but I knew. Then one day, I wake up and he gone. Like, left the charger, left his hoodie, but just gone. I check IG, and there it is. A boomerang of him at some seafood spot, clinking glasses with, yup, Chai. Caption said, real ones survive the storm. I felt like a clown. Blocked him on everything. Again. Told my cousin Tasha what happened, and she was like, that's what you get. You played lawyer, therapist, and wifey for a nigga who wouldn't even claim you when it mattered. And she was right. But I ain't tell her I still had a lil box of his stuff under my bed. I ain't take no accountability. 'Cause in my mind, he chose me first. He just couldn't keep choosing me. I did what I thought was best. And yeah, maybe I snitched a lil bit. But it was for the greater good. Right? Whatever. I ain't regret helping him. I just regret thinking it meant something. Lesson learned. Maybe. Maybe not. I thought I was done with Jamal. For real this time. But somehow I always end up right back in the middle of his mess. So yeah, I snitched on him in court just to get back with him after the sentence got dropped, but that ain't even the craziest part anymore. What came next? That's what really did it. Name still Tamika. Still 27. Still got them same busted kitchen chairs with the missing screws, 'cause I've been too lazy to fix 'em. I moved out of my old spot and into a little 2-bedroom with my cousin Tasha after all that mess went down. Rent was cheaper split, and I needed a reset. Let me just say this up front, I know I be on some dumb shit. I got a habit of choosing chaos. But what happened next? Even I couldn't predict that shit. So after Jamal pulled that shady seafood date with Chai, I blocked him, right? Dead all that. But he didn't stop hitting me from random numbers. Texts like, you really gonna act like that, or you know it was just a dinner. Nigga please. I ignored all of it. I even went through a lil glow-up phase. New wig, fresh nails, fake smiling in selfies just to make it look like I was good. But then one day, I get a knock at the door. It's like 9 p.m. I thought it was Tasha coming back from her man's house. I open it, and boom. Jamal. Standing there looking all sad puppy again. Hoodie on, bags under his eyes like he ain't slept in days. Kiki, he says. Voice low. Like he practiced that shit. I just stood there. Then he hit me with the classic, can we talk? Now in my head, I'm thinking, hell no. In real life? I let him in. He sat down on my busted-ass couch like it was still his spot. Talking about how Chai lied to him, how she only showed up 'cause she heard he beat the case. Said he thought I was done with him so he went back to what he knew. That same dumb nigga logic. And guess what I did? I believed him. Tasha walked in mid-sob story, rolled her eyes so hard I thought they was gon' get stuck. She ain't say nothing though. Just grabbed her weed from the kitchen and went back out. So now Jamal's back. Sleeping in my bed. Eating my hot fries. Being fake supportive like, you want me to post your braid business, like that was gon' make up for everything. It was cute for 2 weeks. Then shit got real. Again. So one morning, I'm getting ready for work at the salon. I cut hours at the food spot so I could focus more on hair 'cause money been tight. I go in the kitchen and Jamal's up early, making eggs and toast like he's some type of husband. I'm thinking okay, maybe he turning over a new leaf. Then my phone buzzes. Text from Brit, his old homegirl, you good? I'm like, huh? So I reply, why? She sends a screenshot. It's from one of them messy IG pages. East Side Exposures. And there's a post, blurry pic of Jamal walking into some girl's apartment, timestamped the night before. Caption said, he said he was home by 10. Who lying? I wanted to throw my phone in the eggs. So I show him. And this nigga really said, that's an old pic. Sir, you got the same hoodie on right now. We argue. Loud. Tasha bang on the wall like, y'all got one more night of this. So I kick him out again. This time for real. Or so I thought. A few days pass. I'm trying to get my head right. Then my car starts acting up. Transmission light on, brakes squeaking. And guess who I call? Jamal. 'Cause even after all that, he still know people who can fix shit cheap. He comes, acts all helpful, gets it handled, and now he back around. Again. It became a cycle. Fight. Block. Need something. Unblock. Apologize. Hook up. Regret. Repeat. I started lying to myself, like maybe this was just our way. Like struggle love was still love. Then the police came. Yup. One random Saturday afternoon, while I'm mid-silk press on my client Toya, there's a knock on the door. 2 detectives. Is Jamal Simmons here? I panicked. Lied. Nah. But they showed me a photo. Surveillance. Him and some dude in a convenience store. Robbery happened 10 minutes later. They ain't say he did it, but they said they need to ask him some questions. I told them I ain't seen him in days. Soon as they left, I called him, freaked out. He tells me it's nothing. Says he was just there buying Swishers, left before anything popped off. Promises me it'll go away. And dumbass me? I believed it. Until the court date came up. They got enough to build a case. And guess who's on the witness list again? Me. 'Cause once again, my dumbass is somehow tangled in his mess. But this time? I ain't do it. I ain't go. They tried to press me for it. Sent letters, left voicemails. But I ghosted. Told myself I was protecting my peace. Then one night, Jamal calls me. Crying. Says his lawyer told him they might put it on him unless he cooperates. Says the other dude already flipped. Now he facing time. And just like last time, I got pulled into it. His mama blowing up my phone. He just needs support. Tasha threatening to change the locks 'cause she tired of the drama. Me? I'm just tired. And then it happened. He got locked up. Again. They raided his cousin's spot. Picked up a bunch of them. And just like that, Jamal gone. No warning. But here's the wild part, I missed him. Not just a little. I missed him bad. I missed the dumb jokes. The forehead kisses. The way he'd rub my feet without asking. So I did something I swore I'd never do. I put money on his books. Then I wrote him. Told him I ain't know how we got here, but I still loved him. Told him I wasn't mad, just hurt. Told him I'd be here. He wrote back. 4 pages. Said I was the only one who ever had his back. Said when he get out, he wanna do right. Start over. Said he was gonna marry me. And I believed it. But deep down? I knew. Same cycle. Same story. Different chapter. I'm not gonna sit here and say I learned my lesson. 'Cause if he called me tomorrow saying he need a ride, I might still pull up. I don't regret helping him. I just regret thinking it would change anything. And maybe that's worse.